Alright, so this is take two. I went to start the video and do the solo raids and I accidentally skipped. So I guess at least I'll do the last 10 so you guys can at least see those, and hopefully next week I won't derp out and accidentally skip. So we'll do the last 10, starting with Portal 40. And for Portal 40 we have got a Mohawka. Our info is 25% all limb damage and minus 15% all affliction damage. Our decks are Fuse Gas Swarm, Radioactivity Gas Swarm, we've got Ancestral Favor Clench Barrage Flak, we've got Gas Thriving Plague Swarm, we've got Blazing Inferno Gas and Swarm, Ancestral Favor Clench Barrage, and Psychic Chain. We've got Cosmic Haymaker, this is Limb with Armor, and we've got Torso with Totem. So for this one, it's the limb damage is increased, affliction damage decreased, so probably a burst deck would be best. And yeah, the go deck 3, Ancestral Favor, Clench it, Barrage Flak, and we'll take down the arms first. There we go. Then the legs. And lastly the head. Whoops, missed that last little bit. There, finish off the head. There we go. Nice. Yeah, that was a real bummer of me. I really wish I hadn't done that. It was like I started the recording, started the video. I was talking about how you watch me do each portal and then pause the video and do it yourself, and then I went to click start the portal and I accidentally clicked the skip button, and they don't have any kind of a confirmation when you click the skip button anymore. I was like 100% sure in the past there was like a confirmation when you click the skip button. This is so weird. Alright, well, on to Portal 41. We've got Sterile. Our info is 40% affliction duration and 50% limb health. And our decks are Fuse Gas Swarm, Radioactivity Gas Swarm. We've got Body with Grim. We've got Ancestral Favor with Torso, Head Focus, and Victor March with Clench Barrage. We've got Totem with Purifying Blast, and we've got Thriving Plague with Limb. So I think probably going to be deck 7, I think. I'm going to take down the torso, head, and two limbs, a leg, and a hand. There we go. Yeah, this is working great. So yeah, BCM is getting moving again. We're back into tier 4 after a few screw-ups, but I think we're doing pretty good. I have a lot of hope for us. There we go. That was pretty easy. A few crappy transitions there, but it's definitely possible. We can move on to Portal 42. We got another Sterile. Our info is 25% all limb damage and 80% burst chance. So we want to go with Affliction if we can. We got Fuse, Prism Swarm. We got Gas, Maelstrom Swarm. That's a decent one. We've got Body with Grim. We've got Decaying Strike, Gas Swarm. We've got Totem with Purifying Blast. And we've got Victor March Haymaker. We've got Thriving Plague Limb. And we've got Blazing Inferno with Thriving Plague. And this was limb damage is increased, burst damage is decreased. Okay, is this burst damage decreased? Oh no, it's burst chance. Okay. Alright. One of these decks right here. I think even with the burst chance decrease, Purifying Blast still is okay because you can get lots of stacks on Acid Drench before it bursts and you don't lose any damage. So we'll go ahead and just do deck 5. Another Totem with Purifying Blast, and I think we'll be alright. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, so he's still bursting plenty fine. And as long as it doesn't go all the way up to 15 stacks before it bursts, you don't lose any damage. So no problem there. Oh, I can get this hand. Yeah, and then this leg, hopefully. Come on. Come on, fairies. I need you to come to the leg. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, we can move on here to Portal 42. And like I said, I'm really sorry I skipped that. That's a real bummer. I'll make sure to be more careful about that in the future. So for 40, this is 42, right? No, this is 43. For 43, we've got a tarot. Our info is 10% support effects increase and minus 15% all armor damage. Let's look at what we've got here. Fuse Prism with Swarm, Purifying Blast with Body. We've got Head Focus. We've got Victory March with Clanship Barrage. We've got All Armor Focus, Head Focus with Ancestral Favor, Thriving Plague with Limb Focus, and Blazing Inferno Thriving Plague. I think probably if we want to do it with one deck, we're going to end up needing to do deck 8, I do believe. Just double check her. Yeah, it's deck 8 for sure. Deck 8 for sure, and we'll avoid the head. Just make sure to get plenty of stacks down on that torso, and then the legs, of course. And try to keep the stacks on that torso as good as possible. Wow. Limbs just die so fast, and then you're left with so much HP on the torso. Come on, torso, I need you to die faster. There we go. Alright. We can move on to portal number 44. And we've got Taktar. Our info is Surge of Power, burst damage increase, and 80% affliction chance. So burst would probably be better. Although for Taktar, you typically want a cycle deck. We've got Radioactivity Gas Swarm, Blazing Inferno Gas Swarm, Decaying Strike Gas Swarm. We've got Limb with Armor, another full armor, Totem with Torso, Ancestral Favor with Head Focus, and Thriving Plague Blazing Inferno. It was Affliction, burst damage increase, affliction chance. So we literally have 2 burst decks, Head Focus and Torso Focus, so we're not going to be able to take advantage of that. But if we were to do this in 2 decks, I think our best bet would be deck 8 at first, and probably either deck 1 or deck 6 or 7, depending on what's left over. So we'll try it. I don't think it's going to be possible for 1 deck. We'll give it a shot though. There we go. Try and keep those limbs nice and stacked up with the Thriving Plague. I mean torso and head is what I meant to say. Two, one. We missed it just by a bit. That's okay. We did really good. Over 4 million damage. We just have a little tiny bit left. We probably finished off real easy with deck 3 with Decaying Strike, since they're both real low. Or all 3 of them are real low. But I doubt it'll last long. Yeah, see? Dead. Actually, if we had just a little bit better RNG, the first deck we could have done it. Alright, moving on to 45. We've got Tarot. Our info is 15% increase to raid damage and 15% decrease to affliction damage. Alright, so afflictions will be normal, bursts will be a little stronger. We've got Fuse Prism Swarm, Body with Grim. We've got Limb and Armor Focus. We've got Head Focus with Haymaker, Victory March with Clanship Barrage. We've got Torso Focus with Totem. We've got Limb Focus with Thriving Plague. And we've got Whip with Blazing Inferno and Prism. So our 1 deck takedown is, wow, none of these decks are good. That's Armor, Body, Armor only, Limb, Head Focus only. Victor March is not great to start out with because you're so weak. And then Totem with Torso, Limb Focus with Thriving Plague. Yeah, I think probably we're going to end up doing 2 decks, probably deck 5, or sorry, deck 6 and deck 7. 6 and 7. So we'll start with 7, see what happens. Maybe we'll get lucky. but we definitely want to take down as many limbs as possible. There we go. Yeah. Go ahead and get these stacks on there. Come on. We got 10,000. Down to 9,000. Yeah, that's it. It's a 2-decker for sure. Alright. 600,000 left. We'll put out our torso deck, which probably, in my best guess, will kill it before even a fairy gets there. Unless this, yeah, unless the Moonbeam doesn't proc. There we go. It worked good. Alright, now you can move on to Portal 46. We've got a Mohaka. Our info is 10% support effects increase and 50% limb health increase. Alright, let's look at our decks. We've got Ancestral Favor, Clinch It, Barrage, Flak. We've got Thriving Plague, Gas, and Swarm. We've got Blazing Inferno, Gas, Swarm, All Armor Focus, Body or Torso Focus with Totem, Purifying Blast with Totem. We got Limb Focus, and we've got Thriving Plague with Blazing Inferno and Gas. Yeah, I think I like the looks of this deck right here, deck 2. But let me just double check. Yeah, support effects increase. Alright, so that means Ancestral Favor and Gas are both really pumped up. And my Ancestral Favor happens to be a little stronger. So we'll go with the Ancestral Favor and see how that works out. I think we get away with just 4 body parts, or 4 limb parts, but we'll see. There's 1 arm, 2 arms, leg, and the last leg is dead. I just finish off that hand, this leg, and then this leg. It looks like we need 1 more hand at least. There we go. Yeah, so 3 arm parts and 2 legs. All right, we can move on to 47. And we've got a LoJack for 47. Our info is 20% all armor damage increase and 50% limb health increase. Okay. 50% limb health increase means that we only need to do, we're already at 1 hand we can avoid, but if we increase it by 50%, that means we only need to do 2 legs and 1 hand. So we can completely ignore 3 arm or hand parts. Let's look what we've got here. We've got Gas Grim Swarm, Fusion Bomb, Prismatic Rift and Swarm, Body with Grim, Ancestral Favor, Clinch It, Barrage, Flak. That's a good one. We got Blazing Inferno, Gas, Swarm. We got Purifying Blast of Body, Limb Focus, and Thriving Plague with Blazing Inferno. It was all armor damage. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's do, where was it? Yeah, deck 4. So we'll just do 1 hand. There we go. 1 leg, or 2 legs, sorry. That's obviously going to be 2 legs. There we go. And then the head and the torso. And once all that's done, we'll just finish off the body with Clinch It, Barrage. Yikes. Not dying very fast, is it? Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Alright, moving on to 48. We've got Tarot. Our info is 10% all support effects and minus 50% to all armor damage. Alright, let's look what we got here. We've got Body with Grim, Ancestral Favor, Clinch, Barrage, Flak. That's probably going to be our winner, but we'll see. Ancestral Favor, Torso, Gas, Acid, Swarm, Ancestral Favor, Clinch, Barrage, Psychic Chain, Victory March with Clinch, Barrage, Torso with Totem, and we've got Totem with Purifying Blast. Yeah, I'm going Totem with Purifying Blast. That's our winner this time. And I think I'm going to try doing the head first and see if it makes a big difference now that they changed where the fairies fly to. Because I've noticed the fairies tend to fly from below a lot more often. Well, it seems to. I could be wrong. But yeah, see, we've had most of them flying from below, only a couple flying from the top. So maybe it's better to do the head first and then the torso afterward. There we go. All right, moving on to portal number 49. And we've got a Tactar. Our info is 25% increase to burst damage and 50% increase to limb health. So with the limb health increase, that means we can reduce the limbs by, I think, two arm parts we don't have to do. Let's look at our decks. We've got Fuse, Prism, Swarm, Ancestral Favor, Clinch Barrage, Psychic Chain. We've got Ancestral Favor, Clinch Barrage, Skull Bash. We've got Armor with Limb, Head Focus with Haymaker, Victor March with Grim Shadows, and Acid Drench. We've got Thriving Plague, Blazing Inferno, and Gas. And we've got Whip with Blazing Inferno and Prismatic Rift. I think we're going to go with one of these two, either that or that. And we definitely have to do the head. So let's go ahead and do 3. I think it's our best bet. We'll take down the head so we can get full utilization of that Skull Bash damage first while we ramp up Clinch Barrage, and then we'll switch over to taking down the limb parts. We're just going to skip 2 completely. You can just completely ignore them. Torso, and then we'll finish off on that leg. I think that's all we'll need to do. Yeah, we might have been able to get away with just a hand instead of the leg, but that's fine. All right, and we'll do our last portal. And again, I apologize for skipping the first 40 portals. I will be very careful not to do that next week. We got Tarot for our last portal, and our info is 15% increase on raid damage and 50% increase on leg armor health. So we don't have to hit the leg armor. We could do the 2 hands or 2 arm parts instead. Let's look at our decks. We've got Radioactivity Gas Swarm. That's actually probably a really good one for this. We've got Radioactivity Thriving Plague and Swarm. We've got Armor with Limb. We've got Head Focus with Haymaker. We've got Victory March with Grim Shadow. We've got Torso with Totem. And we've got Thriving Plague, Blazing Inferno, and Gas. Yeah, I'm going to do this one. I think it's okay. We'll focus down the head, torso, and 2 arm parts. And with radioactivity, 4 parts is doable for sure. We want to focus down the torso and the head, though. Oh man, Swarm's gonna spread to other parts, unfortunately. That's okay. It's not a huge deal. It just means we'll have a little bit of overkill on the armor, but I think we're doing all right here. Yeah. All right, there it is. There we go. Short video this week. Sorry about missing the first 40 portals, but we'll be back next week, and we will be careful not to do that again. Alrighty, you all have a good week. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you have any critiques. I mean, aside from obviously screwing up and missing the first 40 portals. Have a good one. Oh wait, before I stop, make sure you go to your settings and turn Raid Retry back on. Alright, have a good one.